Welcome to my first episode of Fun with Flags. I'm really glad I'm getting this done now, and we're going to be covering all the flags from all the countries that begin with an A, from A to Z. First, it's starting with Afghanistan. Now, this one is a bit complicated. And complicated, we say? Well, the middle is the blood of those who fought for Afghanistan. The black representing the difficult past that Afghanistan had. The green representing hope for the future and Islam. It's funny, they've got something that reminds them of the difficult past and one that reminds them of a prosperous future. Then in the middle, this is where things get a little difficult, so bear with me. In the middle of the emblem is a mosque with two miniature Afghani flags on it, which makes the Afghan flag one of the few flags in the world to have miniature versions of its own flag on its own flag. On the sides are a grain, which represents agriculture. On the top is the Muslim creed written in Arabic, and at the bottom, again written in Arabic, is the Afghani motto. And then, if you look very closely, is Arabic numerals for 1298. But with the Western calendar, it's 1919 when Afghanistan gained independence from the British Empire and became a recognised country known as Afghanistan. Now we move on to Albania. The Albanian flag is more simple yet still hard to draw. The Albanian flag is red background representing bravery and courage. And now at the middle is a two-headed eagle, which the Albanian people have represented. Well, they say that is a symbol of the Albanian people group. However, Russians, Serbians, and people from Montenegro would say it differently. Well, they would argue with that. Now we go over to Algeria. The Algerian flag is simple and easy to draw. Over here, the white representing peace, and then the green representing Islam. And then there's two meanings for the crescent and star. The crescent and star representing Islam, but also represents Turkic heritage, as Algeria was once part of the Ottoman Empire for a few hundred years. In red, representing the blood of those who fought for Algeria. You may see a pattern here that some countries using red to represent the blood of those who fought or died for the country or something. So I'm just letting you know. And this is Andorra. The Andorran background is got yellow and red representing, is inspired by the Spanish flag. Then there's blue and red which is inspired by the French flag. Then we go to the emblem, which it has Latin on it. I don't know what it really means. It's got to be a motto, but one of those words does mean stronger, I think. And over here is a shield. It's cut into four, which those are symbols for the areas that have been, to do with historic things. And those areas are around Andorra. I can only say what one of them are because I know what one of them is. This one over here represents the Catalonia region, which is where Barcelona is. We currently want to be an independent nation from Spain. I don't know how it would work out, but anyway. Here we go to Angola. The Angolan flag is simple. The black at the bottom representing Africa, the red at the top representing the blood of those who fought for Angola. And then is the Angolan emblem with a half cogwheel representing industry, and then the machete representing agriculture, with the star there representing nationalism. All in yellow, meaning that it's supposed to symbolise the wealth of the nation. And, it does imitate the Soviet Union flag because this country was once communist during the Cold War, but is now a capitalist, and a lot of things are expensive there. Now we go over to Antigua and Barbuda, which is in the Caribbean. the rising sun represents the dawn of a new era. Anyway, the black representing black heritage, well, African heritage of the people. The blue representing the sea, the white representing sand, and the two triangles in red representing the vibrancy of the nation. Cut like this for a V representing victory. Then Argentina. Now the Argentinian flag has been with them since the very existence of Argentina, and the white is supposed to represent the cloud, and the blue is the sky. So the background is cloud among sky, and then in the middle is what the Inca people imaged as the god of sun was to be. And a side note, the flag of Uruguay looks very similar to the flag of Argentina. Why is this, you ask? Because the Argentina and Uruguay have been was in a joint independence movement against the Spanish Empire, the Spanish colonial empire, and they've got but their depiction of the god of sun is different, and they've got these striped things, just like the American flag. You go to Armenia. Now the top has the red at the top has two meanings. One, it means freedom, and two, it means the blood of those who died in the Armenian genocide. The blue in the middle represents peaceful skies, and the orange at the bottom represents apricots, which is the Armenia's national fruit. Then Australia, mate. Here we have the Union Jack representing it was once a British colony, and the star over here represents the Commonwealth, and this is these stars that you usually see in the sky. I don't really know what those group of stars are called. I think I did, but I don't really know. But that's Australian flag. Then we go to Austria, and the Austrian flag is the oldest flag we're going to be talking about in this episode. And here's basically how it went with arts and crafts. Down here, we can do it we can just work it like this. So I'm cutting out a belt here for this king who went out to battle. This king who went out to battle. Let me put glue here. And put glue to stick it on. There we go. Let me put on his belt before he goes off to fight. I think it was during the Crusades, but now I'm thinking it wasn't the Crusades. And then he gets blood. I think this wouldn't work as blood. It's too... We'll go over here. This one would work better. This one here works better, see? Yeah, there we go. And he spilt all this with blood right here, and then he took off his belt. Leaving that colour, which was the inspiration of the Austrian flag, and then later on inspired all the other flags with a colour pattern of this one, just like the Argentinian flag, and then inspired the French flag, which inspired the flag like the background of the Afghani flag to come to be. So it's basically in that. Let me just get this back to how it was. I think... Here we go, yes. And it's or side note, it's very similar to the Latvian flag, but the Latvian flag has unequal things. The middle, the white in the middle is a bit smaller, and it's a darker shade of red. Now we go on to the last flag we're talking about, the Azerbaijani flag. The blue representing Turkic heritage, the red representing the blood of those who fought for Azerbaijan, the green representing Islam, and the star there is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, representing the 8 tribal groups who were originally from that region, but could also be representing the how you spell Azerbaijan in Arabic, even though their national language is Azerbaijani, and the crescent moon is representing Turkic heritage. Well, that's the end of the flags. Now let's go to flag of the month. Let's see. Flag of the month goes to... excuse me. Antigua and Barbuda. There we have it, folks. The flag of the month this month is Antigua and Barbuda, wherever he will pop in anytime soon. Here we are. Here we are. Congratulations, Antigua and Barbuda. You just made the flag of the month. That concludes the end of this episode of Fun with Flags. I got so many different ideas for other videos. Then the episode 2 will be talking about all the countries beginning with the word B, like Brazil and Belarus, Belgium, Bahrain, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Brunei, all those countries. But there is a lot more countries beginning with B than A, so that my next video might be a bit longer. Ouch. Oh well. Now, my next video, I'm going to be making a versus video between Jack Nicholson's Joker and Heath Ledger's Joker. 5 rounds. Which is the best Joker out of all of them? Bye. This is the Awesome Dawson saying goodbye. Fun with Flags.